Hi, I'm Venus, and this is Sipping with Savages with Diane, Moko, Maria, and my partner Shan, where we talk about different topics where sometimes we're sipping and sometimes we're not. Today's topic was inspired, thank you, Diane, by PrettyFatGrlGang. She did a reel on Instagram, and the link to it will be down below, where she basically hit on some points about body positive influencers who also do sponsorship, weight loss sponsorships, or waist trainers or diet pills or things of that nature, and how they're basically, I wouldn't say how they're not being true to their followers. And I guess what I'm asking us is, do we have an opinion? Our influencer, is it their page and they can post whatever they want, or are they betraying their followers by posting stuff like this? Or do we not care and it just is what it is and we out?
I'll say
it's what it is. All right, no, I'm sorry.
Maria.
It's all right. I say this. You know, I get when I listen to it, I get where she's coming from, because we're supposed to be promoting body positivity and loving the skin that you're in, but yet we're pushing like, oh, well, take these. Here are these pills for you. They'll make you skinny in a minute. You know, like what is that? You know, so are we really true to promoting positivity, or is it like, you know, we're promoting it, but if you want to lose weight, here you go, you know?
I sort of feel like, because we had extended discussion in our chat when this, I think when, who was it? Lizzo posted her weight loss post on Instagram. Yeah. And I think my opinion was, it was her page and she could post what she wants. But I do think, and I think Diane kind of brought me to this way of thinking, is if you're out here promoting body positivity, there you need to have, I don't know, I guess, I mean, it goes both ways. You need that, there needs to be some, I don't know. I just think that you can post what you want, but let's be honest, you are sort of betraying the people who put you where you were. Lizzo, I feel like, is a musician, and I don't think she's trying to lose weight, maybe. But I could be wrong. I think the way she tried to frame it, which I think was not completely, I don't know, the way she tried to frame it was that she was doing a cleanse to try and I don't know, for health reasons, not necessarily lose weight. But I think the cleanse was, whatever she was using was basically diet pill or juice or whatever it was. And again, I'm not doing research, so if you want to correct me in the comments, feel free.
I don't know what kind of cleanse she was doing. I didn't even know there was a cleanse, but I will tell you from experience that having done a juice cleanse, I did it for the cleansing purposes of, you know, trying to regain some healthy, you know, body activities and stuff, and trying to help my body to work better, like with internally, meaning pressure wise and things like that. However, one of the side effects was that I lost a tremendous amount of weight. And I mean, it came off quickly, and I didn't expect that. I also regained it very quickly, but that's another story.
I think we all know that story.
Well, it ended in fluffiness, let me just tell you that.
I mean, you're like, oh yeah, and you're like, oh, okay, be back.
Yeah.
Diane, do you have an opinion on this?
Well, yes.
Yes, Diane has an opinion.
I do. I'm not going to revisit the whole Lizzo controversy, because that was just brain numbing.
Say how you feel.
Brain numbing and crushing. But
why was it crushing?
I found myself at odds with my friends over this, and it was not a very pleasant place to be. So I was very annoyed and angry because okay, so here, my take on what PrettyFatGrlGang, who I follow on Facebook and I think Instagram as well. Hi. Okay, one of your loyal followers. I appreciate you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's revolutionary. I don't necessarily think that, I kind of separate health issues from body positivity. So I understand it can be two separate spaces. They don't have to be intertwined. I don't think that wanting to lose weight is necessarily anti-body positivity, et cetera, et cetera. But I think that the influencers that she's talking about, I don't hold every influencer to the same standard. Some influencers are truly body positive, and some are just, I don't want to say want to be bad bitches, but want to be bad bitches. And part of being the bad bitch is just having the snatched figure, the perfect hair, the perfect look, the perfect makeup. So wearing waist trainers, drinking the tummy tea, doing cleanses, all this stuff is in line with all of those things. So to me, they're kind of like separate categories. And basically, I don't expect that much from the bad bitches. I don't expect that much. So when I see someone who I do expect to know better, to post things that can be harmful to people who are finally on a path of self-acceptance and so forth, that's what really gives me pause. Like, you know better. Like, I personally promise myself, and I'm not any type of a big time influencer, but I promise, or small time for that matter, I promised myself that I would never post a before and after picture of myself that would somehow make it appear that before I was somehow worthless and fat and slovenly, and now, because I've lost some weight, that I'm some better in some better realm or whatever. While I completely understand people wanting to trim down for health purposes, I just don't want to be a part of that whole thing. I just don't. So if I ever lost a lot of weight, I would just disappear from public social media. Just disappear altogether.
It's like a ninja in the night. Okay.
Why would that cause you to disappear from social media?
I just explained it, Marion. Because I don't want to be part of somebody else feeling like, here was somebody that we look up to, and she done, bit the book.
Okay, I heard your explanation, and I'm saying, why? You can't listen. If that's what you chose to do, then that's the path that you chose to take. You should not feel any kind of way. Why would you feel like? Listen, everybody's journey is not the same. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just
maybe I would come back as a I don't know, a person who knits, but I would no longer consider myself as part of the BBW BOPO movement. I just would not want to put that or push that out there. We definitely know that there are people who started off as BBWs or super BBWs, lost a whole bunch of weight, and then their whole, the whole corner sort of turned and things kind of got better for them. And sometimes it's a little sad to see someone blow up tremendously because they lost weight and, doing different things than they would have done when they were larger. So for me, that may be a little disappointing. I want to see you living large now at your current size. I want you to see you living your best life, wearing the sexy stuff, doing all the sexy things now. If you happen to lose weight, great, but
that's what I'm saying. I'm here for all of that. Everything that you're saying, I'm here for all of that. But what I'm trying to say is that, so what if you lose weight? If you do lose weight, you lose weight. You're not out here saying, look, I lost weight.
Hold on. Okay, let me give you an analogy, right? Okay, so another thing that I get admired for a lot is my hair. I've had natural hair for over 12 years now. Something like that. So if I decided to cut my dreads off and get a perm and some weave, I don't know how I would feel about the followers who follow me because I was natural. I mean, I follow lock pages where the women decided to cut their locks off, and I just unfollowed them because I'm like, no, this is not what I was here for. So I just don't want to be a part of that myself personally. So if I don't want to make...
Hold on, wait. Before we continue, I just want to see if the men have an opinion or they just going to watch us go back and forth.
I'm gonna just watch her go back.
Yeah, basically.
Please, everybody, all of the time. You have to do what's best for you. And what I do agree with about what you said was that I'm not gonna put myself out here and be like, look, I lost weight, I'm better, this, that, and the other. You don't have to do that. You can also continue in the skin that you're in, promoting every person that you see and being the influencer that you always have been. Maybe you won't be in the forefront. Yes, you can still be the influencer you've always been because you can't.
You can't. Hold on. So here's the thing. Because me and Diane went back and forth about this in the chat, right? And so my opinion was, it's Lizzo's page. She could do what I want. I don't care. I also am not big into influencers, so I'm coming from a different perspective. But I'll give you an example. Hold on. Here's my example. It's almost like people who are like, be proud of the color that you are, but here's this bleaching cream on, I just want to tell you, right? Be as dark as you want to be. We support dark-skinned women. But hey, here's a bleaching cream should you choose to use it, and here's a coupon code for you. Then what happens? Then how do you feel?
I understand that, and I'm not necessarily saying that. I'm saying if somebody
But
has
it's the same thing.
Well, if somebody just happens to lose weight, they don't. I'm not saying they have to.
No, not happens. It's no. The issue is that I'm a plus size influencer. Okay, as always, I'm gonna be the person, right? I'm having sex with all kind of people. I'm the angry white lady. Okay, I'm an influencer. I have 2.1 million followers. I just made up a number because I only have 2 followers. I get an endorsement from. I get $10,000, $50,000 from XYZ Diet Pill Company to say, hey, this is a healthy, natural way with no side effects to help you in a healthy way lose weight. Will you have this endorsement? Hey, I like $50,000 and they said it was natural and healthy. So, okay, I will put this on my Instagram. I will do it for a month. And then I don't die or fall over and my leg doesn't fall off. My toe doesn't turn black. So it must be okay. So now I will put it on my Instagram and say, hey, I lost X amount of dollars. And yes, this is a paid sponsorship. But hey, my toe is still only a little bit black and it's okay.
But hold on a second. I want to address that very scenario. This is where what I said earlier kind of comes in, that I don't hold every influencer to the same standard, because just because you're a big person and you have 1 million followers, you're promoting living your life to the fullest and so forth and so on, does not mean that you are also anti-diet culture. It does not
anti-diet culture.
It doesn't mean
pill that's going to be healthy.
I'm saying, I'm okay. I'm saying everybody that seems woke is not. Everyone who seems to understand all the major intricacies and all the major issues that fat people face with diet shaming and fat shaming. Just because you look the part doesn't mean that you on that different level. Some people are, and some people are not. They just happen to be big. They happen to be vivacious, and they want to be out here on Instagram and wherever else, just like everyone else, having fun. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they understand all the ins and outs of diet culture and why it's dangerous and why it's a problem.
Is very dangerous. Now that part I agree with.
Well, hold on. So so let's use the Lizzo example. I don't think she ever talked about diet culture that I remember on her Instagram. She just said, I did a cleanse and and it was a paid sponsor. I assumed that it was a paid sponsorship. Right. So if you never talk about diet culture, but you're an influencer, does that mean something?
I'm just saying cleanses have a way. When they cleanse you, see.
But they're really just low-key fad diets, right? Like,
yeah, basically.
No. Some things are, but everything is not created equal. That's what I'm saying. Everything. I was on a juice cleanse. It wasn't a fast. I wasn't on trying to lose weight. I wasn't on a diet.
I mean, you probably were in some kind of way. And I mean that in the most.
I didn't hear what you said, Moko.
No, I was saying that you said that you weren't on a diet, but technically, in the stricter sense of the word, you were on a changed diet. No, I'm not saying it was bad or good. Obviously, you had great results with it, but you technically were on a diet. And I don't mean it like weight loss diet or something like that.
For 21 days. For 21 days, I changed my eating habits in order to give my digestive system a break so that I could process foods properly. And so that when I went back to eating them, they also gave you a regimen of also how to go back to eating foods properly that I did not follow. I jumped off the ship both ways.
But what's the difference between that and say keto?
Keto, you're eating a lot of different.
Or no, let me not use keto because Lord knows I don't need the angry comments. What's the difference between that and say I don't know, somebody's going to yell at me.
Look, I took diet pills too. I took diet pills too.
I'm not winning, Shan, just not.
And the diet pills.
Any diet.
Huh? What did you say?
I was saying any diet that she chooses, it may.
The people going to yell at me.
The highs and those diets.
I've taken diet pills too. And I took the diet pills to lose weight, to change my outward appearance. That's why I took it.
Right. I feel like you're proving our point now.
I don't care what I'm proving or what I'm not proving. I'm telling you
Just making
what
a
I
statement.
did and what stage of my life I was in when I took it. I took it to, this is very early on before I definitely grew to anything. I think it was early stages. I could have went either way. I think we were all taking diet pills. We all had an aspiration, or we had it in our minds to be better. You had to be skinny. Okay, so I was taking it to be smaller. I was. That is
right. But do you judge someone? Let's bring it back, right?
okay.
The issue really isn't if you are on a diet and you're trying to make a change for your health. That's not the issue. We're not judging.
I was not trying to make a change.
Hold on, let me use all my words.
Okay, I was not.
The issue here today isn't so much is it okay or not to change your eating habits, or if you want to call it a diet or whatever it is, or that's not the issue. If you want to do a cleanse because that makes you feel better, that's fine. The issue comes when you have a significant following of people. This is the key point to this, right? If I have a significant number of followers who follow me because I'm a plus-sized woman who's proud of my body, and then I try and sell you a method to change your body, is that a moral issue? Right? That's really the issue. It doesn't matter if you want to do the cleanse, be happy, do whatever you want to do. Like Diane said, if I cut off my dreads, I just won't, go on. That's my business.
And their locks.
But if I'm in my locks and I have 1 million followers who follow me because of my locks and how I grew them and all the stuff I used and blah, blah, blah. And now and then I tell you, no, here's this perm kit. Is that a betrayal to those people?
Yes,
It is.
Yes, it definitely is a betrayal.
I was just waiting for y'all to get through all of it, but it is. It's your representation. Whatever you started with, if you
can't you change?
Decide to change, if you decide to change, you address it as your journey. If you're really, the difference is, okay, pills or whatever, I'm trying to lose weight. This is what I'm trying to do, whether it be a little bit or a lot. You're letting the people know who's following you. This is my journey. So if y'all want to unfollow me, unfollow me. But if you're taking a bag, here's these pills. I'm not taking these shits when I get off this camera, but I'm gonna tell you to take them, and it may have side effects that may kill your ass. Good luck with that.
Toe fell off.
That's messed up.
Yes,
that's messed up because you're not doing it. You're just doing it for the bag. I understand the bag. You do have people that just specifically are just for product. They transition whatever. Like Diane said, that's what they're here for. They're here for the money, get the bag, and that's it. But if you yelling body positivity, you're throwing something on Front Street that you're not even participating. Like the Lizzo thing, I think it was like a little challenge / she actually did it though.
Yeah.
Like she was actually using this stuff. So it's not a problem because she was using it. Like you got all these people.
But it's not a betrayal, even if she that's not a betrayal because she used it as not a betrayal.
No, she used it.
I don't
see it.
Like, he was upfront about it.
Because I agree with you. Want to lose weight.
Only one of you to talk at a time, though.
All right. She did want to lose weight.
No,
I believe that.
Come back, Rhea. Don't be.
So she took that, and it was just temporary though. But she stated that. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, she took it. She said it was temporary. She told you how many days. I mean, people gonna get upset with whatever. She had the calendar, 20-day challenge, whatever it was. She did it. She showed you the results. If you want to continue to use it, continue to use it. But you got people that do like the tummy tea. You got skinny people taking that tummy tea, overweight. Everybody's getting paid for this brand, but everybody's not cheap.
But if you use the tummy tea, which is really just, what do you call it? The thing that makes you poo. Diuretic?
That's when you pee.
Okay, whatever the thing that comes out of your bottom parts.
Laxative?
Whatever it is, it's not really it's not like they say tea, but all it does is really make you go to the bathroom more.
So it's a laxative.
Yeah,
okay, we'll use laxative.
Like a
kind of like fills you up and makes you.
Did you say a smoothie?
I don't know science right now. That's not the point. But my point is, like, because she used it, does that okay, devil's advocate, right? So because she used it, that means it's not a betrayal?
Okay, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna say her using it is not a betrayal. I think for me it was And I haven't looked at this stuff for a while. I may not remember all the details.
Full disclosure, we haven't looked at this
but,
since February or whenever she did this.
Yeah, but for me, it was after promoting self-love and body positivity, and I'm okay like I am, and I do what I want, I wear what I want, and you're not going to shame me. And then having so many plus size people rally behind her is like I don't know, just I think when you are like a trailblazer, you cannot show the slightest bit of weakness. And to do some kind of tummy cleanse or some kind of thing where you're actively trying to lose weight to look slim, and then what happened as the after effect is that you had her original supporters, the plus size community, who wanted to see her prosper as a full, a plus size person. You had these people being attacked by the mainstream folks who didn't like her in the first place, but now suddenly like her because she's trying to lose weight. She's trying to be a good fatty now. She's trying to do what all fat people should be doing, go on a cleanse and lose weight. So you have these two factions now clashing, and it was just a big mess to me. So it wasn't that she took it. I mean, I've done a whole lot of stuff that I would not advertise on my social media, that I would not openly talk about, that I would not want to promote to anyone who looked up to me. Like, don't ever do this. I'm going to tell you right now, don't ever do this. So if my personal message is it's okay to be a big person, you don't have to lose weight just to fit in, then let me keep it at that. And if I want to go on some kind of personal health journey, that's my personal business. But
yeah. All right, I have a question then.
But it's her journey. At the same time, even though you're saying it's your personal business, then you come out. It's my second speak. But then you do it behind the scenes, and then you come back out, people going to be able to tell you lost weight.
But that's why I said if I ever lost a lot of weight, I wouldn't be coming back. Remember I had said that? If I ever got weight loss surgery, none of y'all would ever see me again. I'd just be on my way to Bora Bora.
But that's
why though? Why? Like you wouldn't go to Babs, you wouldn't see your friends. Like that was my point. Like I understand that people do things for their own reasons, and then they make friends at these events, and you should still be able to go to the events.
Exactly.
Well, that's an event.
I don't always understand it necessarily, but it makes sense to me that this is a culture that I'm used to and I've been in for years. Why should you have to give it up? Or why should you have to disappear from the world?
That's an event.
That's my point.
That's not social media. I wouldn't be on social media anymore.
All right, so hold on. Here's another. So here we go. I have all my things, my people. I have my social media. I decide I'm going to go off and do whatever I'm going to do. I come back. Somebody says, I saw Venus doing the things and puts it on TMZ or whatever. And so people find out now and feel betrayed because that never happens. So isn't it like I don't feel like there's a winning situation here. Like
there really is no winning situation. That's why you just have to. I agree with Shan. It's your own personal journey, and by her especially somebody in the position that she's in, sometimes you have to speak your own story because if you don't narrate your story, somebody else will. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's just the truth of it. So whatever she's gone through, whatever hurdle she has to jump over, whatever she's chosen to do, those are her decisions to make. But
should she put them on social media?
She's doing a biography of her own life, an autobiography. She's telling her story. And I think that's an autobiography, right? Am I wrong?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait.
Like, we all had to think about that for a minute. Yes.
I was like, did I say something wrong?
No. I was
like, wait a minute. But I'm just saying, she's telling her own story. So who better to tell your story than you?
But what about the impact she has on people on her page? And the thousands, the girl who, I want to follow you because you're awesome, but you're now taking this cleanse thing, and I had a cleanse, and I fell out and didn't have a good impact for it, so now you betrayed my belief.
Now, is she promoting the cleanse, or is she promoting the fact
promoting the cleanse?
Well, that's all. That's her. Like I said, that's her story. So then she's promoting something that maybe that's what she wants to promote now. May not be anybody else's story, but that's what she chose to do.
But is it a betrayal to the people who are following her, who were impacted by her? To the 14-year-old plus size girl who thought should believe in myself, but now you're drinking this tea and you've betrayed me because I thought you were a powerful a person of change in my life and in the larger body positivity community. Is that a betrayal to those people? Whether she's telling her story or not, you sort of have gained fame on the backs of the people who were following you and supported you. And now you're saying, I now am following you, and you've decided to do this cleanse. And again, this is not me saying 2 and 4, it's just devil's advocate.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
But no, it's not, because like I said, if she's putting it on Front Street, you have the right and ability to be your own filter. You can't follow somebody's whole lifestyle and have them make your decision. If I'm telling you this is what I'm doing for this time being, long or short, you have the option to believe me, unfollow me, or watch and take it as as an option. Lizzo ain't the only person that the person is following, so now you have a lot of options. Maybe that'll work for me, maybe it won't. Plus, if you broke, you can't do it anyway. So,
wait, what?
Might as well just admire her.
I didn't hear that.
I don't know.
I know.
I feel like
I wanted to come back to one of the points in the video that PrettyFatGrlGang brought up, and it's the idea that for plus size people in general, not just women, but for plus size people, there's so few spaces that we can enjoy that don't somehow entertain the idea of diet something. Everywhere you go. I mean, I have been in many different mental spaces in my life. And, you know, it's like when every time you talk to Aunt so-and-so or your cousin, they're like, hey, I heard about this new diet. And you're like, I don't care. Is there anywhere that we can exist and just be, you know, just focus on this, that it has nothing to do with weight loss, getting ripped, this, that, and the other, diet, this, diet, that. I had to become more aware of myself, of, you know, avoiding diet speak when I'm talking to other people, avoiding talking about, oh, how much I lost, how much I gained, this and the other. So I'm still have to be more mindful of that, because everyone doesn't want to hear it. Everyone doesn't want to deal with it. And when you're big, it's like you can't seem to escape it, whether you're talking to friends, girl, you know, I just tried this new diet today. Even people who are not super obese, everyone is just trying to lose weight.
Yes.
So but nobody really can escape it, even if you're skinny.
No.
But it's the worst place, to be honest. I feel like that's the guaranteed not, you know, be perfect place.
Let me tell you, you could pick a size 2 woman and she will tell you, oh my God, my arms, they flap when I raise my hand. Oh my gosh, I'm so fat.
Stab her in the face with a spork. Sorry, I'm a little angry.
Which is why when you go on your favorite influencer's page that you thought was the one respite from all of this, now she's selling the tummy tea. That actually happened to me. I saw, you know, one of the, I don't know how much of an influencer she is, but she's a woman I follow, and I saw her touting this tummy tea all of a sudden. I was like, oh, well, I didn't expect a whole lot from that person, because, you know, again, she was just, to me, a pretty BBW who had a little platform, and I don't necessarily think she thinks any different than the majority of people, which is that you should, you know, like they say, always be closing the ABCs, always be trying to lose weight when you're big. I didn't expect her to have any, you know, a different kind of perspective. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, well, do I unfollow her now? Or do I just live with the fact that she's going to be putting this tea up every now and then? I don't know. But yeah, it can be exhausting. So I appreciate certain people's pages I go to where they're just talking about living life and et cetera, and there's no reference to the latest diet fad, the latest trend, that there's no push that, oh, you should be ABC, always closing, always losing weight. I guess I need to
say that.
ABC. That it's sort of like a business sort of
I know
like
the always closing thing. I didn't think that there was a always be on a diet thing, but I
yeah, like you ever heard you weren't just born to lose weight and pay bills. Like how many big people, you know, who are always on a diet, like constantly trying to lose weight. Like I think some of the happiest times in my life was when I was just not thinking about my weight and just living. You know, I would eat donuts and biscuits and not even care. I mean, life was just good, you know, and until I got old.
I will tell you this.
It's a whole other story.
Diane, I will tell you this. When I went on a not a cleanse, I was taking diet pills and going to the gym, and I refused to weigh myself. I absolutely refused to weigh myself because, unfortunately, when you're doing something like that, my expectations is I want it now. You know, I don't want to wait for the results or anything. So I refused to weigh myself, and I let it happen naturally. And that was probably the best thing that I could have done, except for the diet pills, which was very horrible, not good for you at all. Don't take diet pills, horrible. You know, but I didn't try to weigh myself every 10 minutes. I just refused.
I feel like we're wandering off the path, though.
No, it's all in the same vein.
Okay, I don't think that's true.
I'll bring us back. I agree with her with Pretty Fat Girl Gang to some extent. Yeah, it is kind of lame if you see someone who's like promoting body positivity suddenly pop up with some kind of weight loss gimmick or something on their page. It's like, yeah, do we need that?
I have something to say about that. I can understand where she's coming from, and I do see her point. However, what I will say is that someone trying to put themselves out there who does not have a lot of money, who has this platform, and the more, like he said, the bag. A lot of times, people will secure the bag so that they can elevate themselves. You know,
I think they're just securing the bag because they want the bag.
Some people are doing that just for that.
I mean, how is they elevating anything?
I mean, those people are also called sellouts, though. You know,
exactly.
Any other industry, they basically
sellouts. I mean, I guess I don't know. I'm not that. I like Instagram. It's giving me something to do through COVID, but I just don't have that much belief in people's that they're just altruistic. Like they're just doing it for the benefit of the world. Like maybe I'm just a negative Nelly. I just can't get caught up in like. I just want everybody to be happy, and I'm fat, and leave me alone. And if you want to be fat, then leave you alone. And everybody, you're like, at the end of the day, like
what most people want is just
be happy.
Industries and shit want the money, so
I feel like over a certain number, I can only trust you, but so much. Like even natural hair. What's this one? There's a couple of natural hair people who I'm just like, your hair can't grow that fast. Like, what do you put? Like, I just don't. I don't know. Right. I follow people who tend to have who have smaller accounts, and I feel like they're real. Like every time I see you, you're not in a full face of makeup. Like if I see a roll or some cellulite or a dimple, it's not the end of the world. Like you're not, and I think that helps me. Like when I put on my bathing suit pictures and I put the cellulite out there, I feel like, okay, I'm being honest about who I am. Will help somebody else be honest about who they are, but all the people who have perfectly, especially the Photoshop pictures where you can see where the legs are all glowy and cloudy.
Yeah. No crease at all. It's just like one straight thing. No knee definition. It's just like a.
Those are the. You know what? I don't care about the diet pills or the cleanses, but the people who won't show me, who Photoshop every picture, I can't. I'm not here for that. That to me seems like a betrayal of the body positivity people.
Well, they're probably not even. They can't even face themselves. There is a lot of temptation to lean towards more flattering photos when you're posting them for other people to see.
Okay, so we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring it to the topic because I know that we like to wander all up and through all different topics. So, do we have any last comments about the betrayal of the influencers?
I just want to say, did I notice the snacks being changed?
Wait, what she said?
What?
In the video, did y'all notice she kept changing the snacks on the table?
Oh, she could. Yeah, she paused it. Yeah, I like.
I didn't even notice that.
Okay.
Come on now, people.
All right, we weren't that. Okay, so we have differing opinions on the betrayal of the followers of the influencers. I think we've had enough for today. Unless somebody has any last comments, Maria.
I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
That never happens. Okay.
I didn't hear nothing from Moko.
I didn't hear anything from Moko.
Oh, I mean, I've said a few words.
He said.
I mean, I think, I guess to reiterate what you guys said is that it can be a betrayal. although I do understand the wanting to get that bag, I think, especially maybe I've become more cynical in my later years, but
So for the record, ladies, of all of us, Moko has the biggest following.
This is true.
Well, I mean, it's totally different sort of thing, but I guess for them, for the influencers, sometimes it's horrible. Not horrible, that's a strong word, but it's disappointing. But sometimes they feel that they have to do what they have to do. And I've seen. Have you ever noticed this with some of the diet pills or tea shillers? They would do it once or twice and then never mention it again. They would be like, "Oh yeah, have this tea or something,"
because that's
and then I guess they got their money for that sponsorship or whatever the case is.
Yeah, I mean,
and then they don't mention it again.
Like I don't follow Lizzo anymore, but I'm assuming that there hasn't been any more controversy. I haven't seen anything in my feed, so.
Well, Lizzo's a different person. She, that's.
I mean, I don't think that doesn't surprise me. Let me do it that way. That you promote it and then you go on with your life. And I also don't tend to follow people who do sponsorships, to be honest. I feel like, again, I can only trust you, but so far, if every time you open your mouth, somebody's paying you to say something. Right? So I learned that the hard way because I used to follow makeup people on YouTube. And I'd be like, they'd be like, try this eyeshadow. It won't turn your eyeball won't fall out at all.
And you don't have none of that makeup on.
It's gonna be on there, and then my eyeball will fall out, and I'd be like, whoa.
I'm glad you put it
you
back
look on the table, it's a whole different
it's rolling around. Like I just stopped following and I hate to say it because there's some really great, they do make good recommendations, but as soon as I hear paid sponsorship or I think you're being paid for it, I can't trust you. That's any big, small, whatever it is. I just can't trust you.
You know what? Maybe influencing works on me because there are definitely some people that I follow, not I guess influencers, but people in the art industry or wherever the case is. And because they've proven themselves over the years, I do tend to believe what they say. And I guess that's the reason why these companies seek out these people and pay them.
So have you actually ever bought something based on one of these art influencers?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, they got you. Okay.
But you know what? But I've never been disappointed.
Yeah, I have. They use it. So.
There was one time, but that was more selling a course, and I tried to be smart about it, and I spent way too much money for way too little product. But
I'm over the term masterclass too. Sorry. Everything can be a masterclass. Everybody can't be the master of everything. Like
very true.
The master of their domain.
My floor. What did you say?
Master of their domain.
I guess. I think Shan got to.
What?
You said you bought something based on.
No, I bought stuff based on, but it was actually a good product because they use it. They continuously use it. Like you can see it in the background somewhere. They little art studio. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think art stuff supplies.
Okay. So again, I'm gonna wrap this up. We're not gonna let you have no more comments. So we're gonna shut it down. So that was our discussion on. I won't say the.
I just want to say no.
Why, Lord? Why? Because we've been going for a minute. Okay, so that was the end of our video. Thank you for watching. If you have a comment about if you've been influenced by an influencer or however you feel, leave a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and see more videos. And thank you for watching and have a great day.
And drop a like.
Oh, and like the things.
And turn on notifications.
And okay, he's just not going to stop. It's just going to keep going.
That's it.
Okay, we're just going to stop the video now.
Yeah. And share it to your people.
Okay. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, click like and
subscribe. Turn on the notifications.
Turn on notifications and leave a comment if you like this video. Thank you for watching.